Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're back with Izzet Artifacts again. There's something so beautiful about Simulacrum Synthesizer and Skitterbeam Battalion. I just had to try to play it again. And I ended up finding this deck over in just the MTGA Assistant queue, which has some of the best cards that I've seen in red for a long time. Brotherhood in, Burn Down the House, Urabrask Forge. Oh my god, I'm really looking forward to playing this thing. If this sounds interesting to you, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, winner of this year's People Choice Award for Best Use of the Word Suckerfish, Dr. Yukon Suck It. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Suck It. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, posted by the MTGA-Assistant-Meta. This thing is flashing a 58% win rate, so I got high hopes that we're going to do very well today. What's the deal? What's the story behind this deck? I said, you know what? I need to play Simulacrum Synthesizer. Yeah, lots of other people are playing that card, and I want to play it again too. And I played some decks with it, and it was great. But then you move on, you do something else. But I'm feeling it today, man. I love a good artifact strong deck. And you know what else I said I wanted to play? Urabrask Forge. Urabrask Forge. I just, I'm starting to go through withdrawals. I haven't played Urabrask Forge for a while. I'm slapping the veins on my arm, trying to get so I can do some mainlining. And I found this one, and it has some pretty decent win rates. It has a nice balance. The interesting thing about it is that it's not strongly artifacty. If you take a look, yeah, sure, there's a Circuit Mender. There's Braided Net. It's like and then you got Urabrask Forge and the Simulacrum itself, right? I mean, Skitterbeam's 5 to put out. So, but it's not strongly artifact for something that wants to be a strong artifact deck. I don't know how it's going to go. I mean, this is what I do know. The cards in this deck we're playing, Strangle, Voltage Surge, Burn Down the House. Yeah, we've seen these before. They're great. They're great cards. It's not going super artifacty. But I'm guessing here that despite the fact that it's not a super strong artifact deck, it should be strong enough. And maybe that's all we need. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in the deck. We'll talk a little bit about how the deck should work, and then we're going to go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. Let's get down to it. What do we got? Bouncing back creatures offensively or defensively, except for we don't have any creatures to put out other than Circuit Mender, and he's better dead. So we'll be using this offensively. A little bit of counter spells, which I hate. This is the Devil's card, but yet it's in there, and somebody thought it was a good idea, so I'll leave it in there for now. 3 points of damage to target creature or planeswalker. 2 points of damage to target creature or planeswalker. If we sacrifice an artifact, it could be 4 instead. So it's nice to have choices. Bitter Reunion lets us discard a card and draw 2 different cards, and we can use it to give things haste. These guys already have haste, but these guys don't. So potentially, if we have an additional mana after we throw things down, we could give them all haste, and that'd be an awesome, awesome combo-y thing to do. Braided Net taps things. This guy, whenever you put out an artifact with a mana value of 3 or greater, then you get a dude who is who's +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So he counts because he is an artifact. So between this and it's himself, it'll be at least a 2. And you put out a third artifact to cause it to happen, so it'll be at least a 3. After that, he'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can put out a ton more. And you got a bunch of guys, each one helping each other out. The synergy is fantastic. What do we got here? Another artifact of 3 or greater. Surprise, surprise. And he puts out a dude each turn who's not another artifact. But those guys grow. They grow, they grow. They got trample and haste, and it's just so incredible. Wipe the board of anything that has a power or a toughness of 3 or less. Gets rid of each creature and planeswalker, and your board's not strong with creature base, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. Wipe them all out, whatevs. This guy will give you 2 life when he comes into play, and he'll let you draw a card when he dies. You can do 5 points of damage to each creature and planeswalker with Burn Down the House, or you can put out 3 red devils that when they die, they do a point of damage to whatever you feel like. And they have haste. These guys come out hasty, trampoly 2/2s. If you manage to get 9 mana, they come out as hasty, trampoly 4/4s. That seems rough, but still you're getting 3 of them for 9 mana. So that's 12 points of damage. Yeah, you combo that with the Simulacrum. Yeah, so you put this out, that causes it to trigger a guy. And then you get 2 more dudes out, which are artifacts, which trigger this off 2 more times. These guys are like 7s at a minimum. You can use Mycosynth Gardens to copy any artifact. So pick wisely. You got lots of options. And a bunch of dual lands. This one puts out a couple of spirits if you feel like it. This one bounces some stuff back. There we go. So what are we going to do? We're going to work our way towards putting out 3s. Putting out the Synthesizer and Urabrask Forge and Circuit Mender. Putting out lots of little babies. Burning down the house. And Brotherhood's ending to keep things from getting too tight on us. And then at the very end, hopefully Skitterbeam Battalion while we have a Synthesizer or 2 out to just go nuts. That's it. That's it, baby. Can people hold up against the rolling tide that is it artifacts? We'll find out. So before we do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells in the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we're playing against Xanadu. Xanadu. All right, we got 3 mana. Keep. That's a slow one. All right, we got everything costs 3 at the minimum. Brotherhood is in, should help out quite a bit, though. It costs 2 to put out? Yeah. All right, we got some board wiping action here. All right, so like the little pregnant cards that keep putting out babies like crazy. All right, we've got 3 mana. Simulacrum Synthesizer would be great. Oh. Let's just put that guy down. I mean, I need to get to a 5th mana so we can burn down the house. So we take care of the Haughty Djinn. All right, is he going to block? Sources say no. See, if Brother's in, I'm taking out my own guy, and that's not cool. I'm just going to strike it down. Alright, yeah, I'm going to have to definitely Brotherhood's in this thing. Hopefully we get another red or something. I don't know, just, oh, there we go. Let's take it all down. Boink! Alright, we got him down to 19, everybody. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, I love what I got in my hand, but that's 10 points. We got to put out a Circuit Mender. And we're at 2. What can we do with 2? Nothing, apparently. He's definitely going way faster than we are. We'll have to just keep chumping. Another mana would be really great. We're going to draw a card here in a second. Strangle. That's not my plan. Not great. All right, let's put out a Simulacrum. And that's it. Oh, interesting. All right, let's keep it. Nobody for me to strangle at the moment. All right, so you're going to block it? I doubt it. All right, we've only got a single guy for blocking. It'll do what he has to do. All right, we're down to 4. If we can get one more mana, which we absolutely have, we can wipe the board. He doesn't have the ability to counter. He's got a 2/2. Yeah, if you'd like to jump out in front of it right now, that'd be fantastic. All right, he still has his 2/2 there. We are down to 4 life. Pop that guy. No. There's your counterspell. I will pay for it all. All right, he's down to 3. We got 2 great defenders, provided he doesn't get anything out that has flying and haste. Single card. And here we go. And we win! Big time. Winner, winner! Victory dinner! Alright, we are playing against Astauriel, which I think means star urine. Yeah, whatever. If we're not going to be able to get the synthesizer out, we got a bunch of other really cool stuff. Two! He's going to try to do some crime on me. I'll strangle that guy, but... Mana, mana, mana? Yeah. Yeah, alright, that sounds all fine. Four. Let's get this guy out. Strangle this guy while he's still a little wuss. This is slow. That is a problem. Alright, he's got Menace. He's got Death Touchers. Can't do anything. Oh, let's see. Put this out. Can't do anything with the other guys. That's cool. I like it. Alright, we're still trying to get through these guys. We've got to keep growing our forge. Alright, the board's been wiped. The light is green, the trap is clean. I mean, I'd love to make another copy of the Mycosynth, but I needed the Skitterbeams out. And 2 more. Let's go, Joe. I got a whole army that wants to kill you. Alright, he's down to 8. We got some Sentinels of the North there. Standing true. He's got a shark. It's a shark guy. Those guys can't block, man. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. Suck it. Alright, we're playing against Blackwhisker. Keep. I mean, 3 is a magic, is one magic number for this deck. Unfortunately, I'm just getting, there's our 3rd mana. Cool. 2. Are we spell piercing? Nope. Alright, that guy can defend for quite a long time. I might have to mess with this guy's head a little bit. He's playing mono red prowess. Alright, so at this point I can bounce something back. Let's just put a guy out, it's fine. And we can Fading Hope as he tries to play his prowessy tricks. Or I could Spell Pierce, because that would be another cool thing to do. Well, that was it. You don't have 2 mana. You do have that, though. Alright, so I can only block. I can block 3. This is going to be just as easy. Let the other through. I'm down to 10. We'll voltage surge that guy. Let's just cost it through and get through here. Pay 2 life to get him. All right, and we have to. Can I do this again? All right, super cool. All right, that's it for us. No, let's pick up some better stuff than that. All right, it's 15 to 10, not too bad. We'll be able to bounce it. We're going to lose 2 life to go after that guy. He's going to try to pump it. All right, got his own. You're going to hate Skitterbeam Battalion. You are going to hate it. You got red, man. There's nothing you can do. Oh, blue. Let's see if we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're cool. I hear some dudes. Lots of them. I think it's too late, man. All right, I've got 3 7s sitting there right now. You're gonna like that. Potty pants, potty pants. You can actually play the game at this point. There we go. Potty pants. Victory. All right, we are playing against SrFaca. SrFaca. Keep. We got 3 mana and Urabrask Ford. You know I'm going to keep it. Two. I can attack him on the 3rd turn. Urabrask Forge is coming out. Oh, you son of a jerk, man. I'll have to Brotherhood into you if that's the case. You're going to try to steal Urabrask Forge. I know it. Brotherhood's End's not going to help out. I got 2 of them. You're going to put on another deep cavern bat. It just depends what I have to try to save here. So the deal is that if you take Brotherhood's End, then I'll have to Brotherhood's End on this next turn. If you got 1 bat, more likely you got another bat. All right, that's fine. I can afford to wait at this point. You really got to think about blocking it. That doesn't seem to make any sense to me. There we go. That was just 1 point of damage, dude. That rat's gonna die. You want to put on another guy? Put another bat out right now? That'd be fun. All right, there you go. And you're back. Okay, I can make a copy of Urabrask Forge here in a bit. All right, looks like I'll be doing this sooner than I expected. All right, so now it's just Urabrask Forge time. He's gaining life like crazy, though. All right, so I come out with this, and it's 2-1. All right, I gotta play it. Bouncy Bount Masterson. I don't need any more. Do I really want more? 6 is really good with this deck. So keep it. Yeah, alright, we'll do that. There's 2 of them coming. Alright, the ever-grinding presence of Urabrask Forge. Kind of surprised Urabrask Forge isn't legendary. I mean, I love the fact that it's not, but it's actually named Urabrask Forge. Like it's one thing. Alright, flying guy. Let's go flying. Bouncy, that's right. Bouncy McBansterson. That was what I was dealing with there. Oh, he's not flying. He's at first strike. All right. And he's down to 3. And all we could do is bounce things out of the way, potentially. We got 0 defenders. And the game's over. We'll give you something to shoot at if that's what you want to do. I'm disappointed we didn't get any more artifacts, really. You kill 2 of them? There's 1. There's 2. Alright. So your death will be next turn then. Nope. Alright, it's down to 1. He's up to 2. He's doubled his life, everybody. Oh man, this is just rough. And we win. And we win. Victory. Rank up. Alright, playing against Isufuru. Isufuru. A lot of U's in a name. Keep. 3 mana and an Urabrask Forge has to happen. 3/3/3. Alright, do I want to get rid of anything in this situation? Yeah. Circuit Mender. That guy's boring. Sweet. That was a good trade. I think I'm going to go Synthesizer on this next turn. Oof. Mine after Brotherhood's in. All right, he didn't have anything good in his hand. That's really interesting. This is me hoping that he just can't slaughter me by turn 3. Mana. Oh, everything's so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the magic number. Yeah, I'll take it. I can't believe I'm doing that against a mono red aggro deck, too. I expect next turn we're going to have to Brotherhood end. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Yep, there we go. Good. There's Rage. That's a lot of damage. Alright, I'm under 10. He's only going to do 4. He's going to kill me. Alright, here we go. Brotherhood in. Ooh, green. He was playing Gruul the whole time. I'm gonna have to do it again. I mean, I guess I can put out a guy and trample. Oh, let's see what we got here. Do we have 6 yet? We've only got 5. The safe thing to do is just wipe the board. All right, next turn we can throw out both these things. Synthesizer. Yes! Oh, those are glorious. Urabrask Forge. I don't have any mana to turn on haste. That's a problem. But I do got a bunch of really delightful blockers. I can shoot people in the face with this stuff. Oh, creature or planeswalkers. Not facing it. Can do up to 4, though. His big thing would be whether or not he can take out... Yeah, he's just playing. Okay. I wonder if he's doing that on purpose. All right, there's bunches of guys. And we win. Him stepping into that took away the wonder of it for a second, but it was still nice. Victory! All right, so here we are with Izzet Artifacts, and it was super fun. The thing was, I know I played this deck, I don't know, like a week or 2 weeks ago, something like that. It wasn't this deck exactly, but it had the same high notes to it. Skitterbeam Battalion, Simulacrum Synthesizer. What else did it have in it? Probably Urabrask Forge, right? But other than that, this deck it's very different. And what was nice is that it had, Brotherhood in, burn down the house. It had a lot of, board control. Braided Net for doing things. Bitter Reunion for drawing cards. Circuit Mender. Thread Spider, I'd probably put it in here instead of Circuit Mender. Thread Spider has so much good value. Costs the same, has a bigger butt, and then gives you power stones that you can use for putting out more artifacts. So yeah, this was also because there's a whole lot of not artifacts in here for being something that wanted to have a high artifact level deck. But saying that, it doesn't really matter. If you're looking for something that's fun, this deck is totally all over it. If you're looking for something that wins a lot, this deck is totally all over it. So was this deck potentially a better deck than last time? Quite possibly. It just, from a theme perspective, it doesn't feel as tight, but from every other aspect, this deck is totally smoking it. All right, so let's get down to it. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player there? It's going to be Simulacrum Synthesizer. I believe it totally was. It's hard to turn down Urabrask Forge, but Synthesizer is the one that liked to put out the babies. That thing is pregnant coming out, And anytime you throw out another artifact, it goes. And it combos so nicely with Skitterbeam Battalion. Man, absolutely. Because those guys that put out are equal to the number of artifacts you have in play. So that means you're going to have the Simulacrum out. You're going to be putting out like 3 other ones. And you're going to have 3 more guys after that. So they're all going to be up to like 7s or something. It's just Insanosaurus Rex. Plus, they'll, like the other guys are going to have haste, so they'll be able to attack in for at least 6. It's just nuts. Of course, it costs you at least 5 to do it, but this deck is 3 heavy. And as you can see, we got stuff. I was actually surprised with all the things that cost only 1 mana. So many times I start out with nothing but 3s in my hand. So it's like, where I go, that's why. 2, 2, 2. It's really light on the ones. That's the whole reason. And there's just a single bitter reunion in here. I can tell you, if I were to build this deck, I would never build it this way. I don't believe in singleton cards in a deck. On the other hand, I don't play my decks all the time because my decks kind of suck a lot. Some of them are great, but a lot of times I overbalance probably, and I just cannot play things only for 2. Like, what's the point? The only time you see me break things into 2 is if I'm trying to do the exact same kind of thing, such as Voltage Surge and Strangle. This is 3 damage, this is 2, but also potentially 4. I might do that if I'm trying to like walk the line for functionality or something. Because essentially that's 4 cards of the same kind. It's kind of like that. It holds the same slot. All right, but anyways, our MVP was Simulacrum Synthesizer. This was the value card. Great cost, and it totally made everything a lot better. All right, let's see. Was this deck competitive? I played it ranked. I ended up with an 83% win rate, which is incredible. I picked this thing off of Aether Hub at 58%. So I had a completely different experience than they saw over on Aether Hub. I can say, though, when I played this thing in the play queue, I was getting my butt handed to me. The reason why, for some reason in the play queue, people are playing counter spells all the time right now. And they kept countering my Urabrask Forge or my Synthesizer. And then I just had nothing going on. So, yeah, that was the thing. I switched over to the ranked queue just because I was hoping that people were going to go a lot less counterspells. And that totally was the situation. I don't think I saw any more counterspells in the ranked queue at all. You have to pick your enemies, and ranked queue happened to be the one where this deck did much, much better. But, real men play and play. That's all I can say. All right, so, yes, it was totally competitive. Big time competitive. Was this deck fun? Absolutely. Why is that? Urabrask Forge. That's why. Oh, I love Urabrask Forge so much. Thing is, though, usually I want a deck to be able to play in the first 2 rounds. I want to be able to see something I can put down. I want to be able to do something about it. This deck's not strong in the first 2 rounds. You really you need to get your mana, hopefully, get to 3, and then you start putting your stuff down. Still, it's hard to turn down a deck that has Urabrask Forge and Burn Down the House, Skitterbeam Battalion. That was like my heart cards right there. Deep in my soul, I love them so much. So yeah, this is an incredibly fun deck in my opinion. And when this thing just balloons, when you can throw down a Skitterbeam Battalion and Synthesizer, oh, that is so good. So incredibly delicious. Was this deck interesting? It's not particularly new. It's just a version of the Synthesizer deck. I like this one. A lot of times you see it more of like an Azorius flavor. People tend to go that way. Maybe they throw a little Izzet in there because they go big time artifact or something. I'd almost like to play a simulacrum deck that is practically colorless. Just enough blue to play the Synthesizer, but just go a lot of colorless artifacts. But now Power Stones, things like that. I think that'd be cool. But playing it with Urabrask Forge, Brotherhood in, Burn Down the House. Oh man. Yeah, so it's like, is there a lot of new cards in here? Not really. It's just pretty much the Synthesizer. So I'm going to give it low marks on interesting. It's more fun than it is interesting. Let's put it that way. All right, so let's add that up. Was this deck competitive? Big time. 83%. I usually don't see numbers that high. Number 2, was this deck fun? Big time. It had so many great cards in here. And lastly, was it interesting? Not so much. But still, it was a beautiful deck as far as the cards that are in here. All right, so adding that up, I'm going to give this one, for me, I'm going to give it an A+. This is well worth playing, totally cool, great wins, and totally fun. But because it wasn't really holding together as far as like being overly inventive or having some cool synergy going on other than the combo between the synthesizer and the Skitterbeam, I'm going to give this just a straight A deck for everybody else. Yeah, there you go, straight A. All right, if you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I do. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.